So here's the formula they gave us, right? Work hard, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, and then go get the job. Now, most of us followed it. We checked every box they told us to check. We showed up, we put in the years. We got good at what we do. And then somewhere in our 40s or 50s, we looked up and we realized this formula has a ceiling to it. And nobody mentioned that part. The ceiling is your paycheck, and it's set by someone else. Now, not because you didn't work hard enough, not because you didn't earn more, because you see, the formula all of us were handed was a formula for employment, for ownership. Employment, ownership. Those are two completely different games. So let me ask you something honest. Have you ever done the math? Not on your bills, on your potential, on what the next 5 to 10 years actually look like if nothing in this picture changes. If the raises stay modest, if the next reorganization touches you or your team, if the industry keeps shifting and the job you've been good at for 20 years suddenly starts looking different in ways that you didn't ask for. That math, when you sit with it, can be uncomfortable. And don't get me wrong, it's not because you haven't worked hard enough. You have. But because of all that work, all that experience, all of those years getting good at something, most of it was built inside a structure that someone else owns and someone else controls. And you didn't have control over the ceiling that structure put on you. Most of us never did. Now, that's not a criticism, it's an observation. After all, we were doing exactly what we were taught to do. So the problem isn't work ethic. The problem is that we were only given half the picture. We were taught how to be valuable to someone else's company. Nobody taught us how to build something on our own. That gap between what we were taught and what was actually possible is what this video is all about. So let me draw you a clear line, because this is the thing I wish somebody had put in front of me 20 years ago. There are two types of skills, and they don't pay off the same way. A low impact skill makes you more valuable to someone else. It helps you get hired. It helps you get your job. It might even earn you a raise or promotion. And those things are real. I'm not dismissing them at all. But here's what also is real. Every low impact skill has a ceiling baked into it. Because the person deciding what it's worth to them is the person writing the check. And no matter how good you get at it, no matter how much you grow, the upside is determined by their budget and their priorities, not yours. On the contrary, a high impact skill is different in a fundamental way. A high impact skill lets you create value in the marketplace directly without needing an employer as the intermediary. It's the difference between being good at your job and knowing how to build something. The difference between being valuable inside one company and being valuable to the market. When you have a high impact skill, you're not waiting for someone to approve what it's worth. The market is what tells you. And the upside grows with how well you use it and how consistently you show up. Now, let me make this concrete. Digital marketing is one of the clearest examples of high impact skill I've ever come across. And here's why. The ability to find an audience, communicate a message that resonates with that audience, and turn that attention into a transaction. That skill is not locked inside a job title. It doesn't belong to one company. And it doesn't expire when the employment contract ends. Every business, everyone, is trying to figure out how to reach people in a noisy, crowded marketplace. Someone who generally knows how to do that has leverage that is not attached to any single employer's decision about their department's budget. Hey there, quick pause here because I just wanted to describe the high impact skill, the leverage, the ability to build income that isn't tied to one employer's calling. That's exactly what Legacy Builders is designed to teach. Not theory, not inspiration. The actual skill, how to market digitally, how to reach an audience, how to build something that you own and can grow on your own terms. It's built for people at this stage who are serious about adding a new capability to everything they've already built. And it's exactly where to start. If that describes you, the link below this video is where you start. There's no sales gimmick, no runaround, just the skill, the system, and the support to apply it. Take a look when this is done. Now let me show you what changes when you make the shift. So here's what actually shifts. It's not just about income, or at least it's not only about income. When you have a high impact skill and you start applying it, the relationship between your effort and your results changes. You're not doing the performance review math. You're not checking whether this employer's ceiling gives you enough runway to get you where you actually want to go. The work connects more directly to the outcome. For the first time, control over what your effort is worth starts moving in your direction. Now, I want to be straight with you about what this means and what it doesn't. Learning a high impact skill isn't just a switch you flip. It takes real application. You'll run something that doesn't connect. You'll adjust, try again. That's not failure. That's how the skill gets built. Anyone who tells you this is instant or automatic isn't being totally honest with you. But here's what's also true. Once you have that skill, you have it. It doesn't get reorganized away. No one can take it away from you. It doesn't depend on a company staying healthy or a manager valuing what you bring, whether they like you or dislike you, or whether you play the politics or not. At the end of this skill set, you're the one that owns it. And you're the one that can keep building upon it. So let me land this where it actually matters, because the income, the numbers, the potential, those are real. But they're not the real product. The real product is what this skill makes possible. It's being present for things that matter. Taking the call from someone you love without watching the clock. Making it to the thing, the trip, the milestone, the ordinary Tuesday that would have cost you a vacation day you didn't have. Being the grandparent who's actually there, not the one who's still waiting until retirement to show up. That's what we're actually talking about here when we talk about building something of your own. Not the income statement, the life that the income statement brings. Or in other words, the life that the income statement makes room for. That's the control. That's what the real control is about. Not control over the market, not control over what the economy does. Control over your own trajectory and the time and the freedom that come with that. You weren't handed the whole picture growing up. And you're probably realizing that now. Most of us weren't. But you're here now looking at a different set of options than the formula given to you. You're not behind. You're just getting started.